All right, what's up, my friends? Welcome. We're doing a cube draft on MTGArena. Let's go. This is the basic, just normal cube, no stipulations or whatever, no conjurer's cube or whatever the stuff is. So numbers, of course, are untap.gg. Download that for yourself in the description. Let's rock and roll and draft something fun. So open up our cube boosty pack. Hourglass Covenant card. If you've been watching Bronze to Mythic in Baldur's Gate, is a card that really is absolutely insane. I actually like this card a lot. It's like super fun. Kind of a crazy card. You get to draft 2 different tokens and all their different abilities. It's kind of cool. We got Titan of Industries, a pretty big boomer there. Frenzy's pretty fun. I like Experimental Frenzy. What do I want to do here? The part of the thing about Cube is that there are a lot of defensible first picks. I wouldn't necessarily say that you should be first picking a Cast Out, or a Seagate Stormcaller, but there are a half a dozen cards in this pack that you can pick first, as long as you have a reasonable reasoning for it. I think that thinking Hourglass Covenant, Titan of Industry, Experimental Frenzy, maybe Vanguard, maybe Knight of the Ebon Legion are all like reasonable picks. But I want to take the Hourglass Covenant though. I like this card a lot. It's super fun. It's fun thing to reanimate or blink. Titan's really good also, but I'm sticking the card that I like because we're cubing. We're having a good time. So first thing, of course, hit that follow or like, comment, subscribe. We're still offline. So this is an offline YouTube only thing. So YouTube, it's just me and you. Just sitting back and doing a cube draft. How you doing, huh? All right, so no Twitch chat or anything like that today. Hopefully the ISP stuff will be fixed soon, because if not, I'm probably going to go insane. All right, so less inspiring pack 2 here. A lot of like mid-range stinkers, Dollhouse of Ours, All Seed of Life's Bounty, Inspiring Overseer. I love Blazing Root Wall, but kind of a hard card to build around. Cultivate stands out. Obviously, ramping is a good thing to be doing into our Hourglass Covenant, and just in cube in general. Mythos of Aluna is kind of a cool card, but obviously very, very color committing to other things. This card's actually pretty awesome. Another alchemy card here in Jukai Liberator. Kind of like a super Ninja of Deep Hours, but not a card that jives well with our first pick. I think we're just going to cultivate here. It's funny, actually. Dolls of Ours would be cute with the Coven, but this thing will table because it's not a very good card, unfortunately. So I think we're just going to take Cultivate here. Keep things open. And ramp into some boomers. Get past pack 3. Seeing those... Love seeing the anthology cards here. A Phenomancer's been a card in my cube for a really long time. I like this card a lot. Super cool card. But Vivian's pretty impressive. A flexible card that draws cards and can also kill a lot of bombs in artifacts, enchantments, and flying creatures. Is pretty great. Augur of Autumn is kind of cool. Nothing here jumps out as like a card I want to take that's off color at the moment. So I think Celestis is definitely reasonable, but I like Vivian here a lot. Planeswalker-y, rampy stuff. The Arena Cube is definitely different from the Magic Online cubes because the power level is certainly a good amount lower. There are no Tangle Wires, no Armageddons, and really, really powerful cards. So it's a lot of mid-range power level stuff. So ramping into boomers is definitely a good place to be. So we got Llanowar Visionary here, which is super solid. Infernal Grasp, which is fine. And a card I like a lot here in Topiary Stomper, actually. This card is super sweet. Not a card I think I want to take this early, though. I think Llanowar Visionary is just a much more solid card. Just a good 2-for-1 ramps. Infernal Grasp is also somewhat reasonable. I'd like probably find a better removal spell. I think I would want the Llanowar Visionary here. Take Visionary, maybe Table Stomper. That'd be pretty sweet. But yeah. And then Rebirth also, this could be a card we end up playing, maybe. But take Visionary. Ren and 7. We've got a Sap Vitality, another alchemy card here. Not necessarily great. It's black, deal 3 damage to a creature, and then get a boon. Or Perpetual, sorry. Ren 7's pretty good. Just another Planeswalker. It kind of fits the bill, right? We've got a Triome here that might or might not be on color. A Life of Toshiro Umezawa. Kind of a weird cube card, honestly. But let's take Ren here. Keep taking green cards. Spawn of Mayhem, Morbid Opportunist, Painful Bond. They changed this card, right? Draw 2 cards, then non-validating cards, mana value 3 or less. Specially gain when you cast a spell, you lose 2 life. Honestly, this card's 3 or less, not less than 3. 3 or less is a little worse, but it's okay. It's all right. But Morbid Opportunist here is pretty sweet. Just a solid, cheap blocker that can draw cards, which is kind of nice. Plays well in sort of like this rocky deck we got going here. We're having a Squirrel, a little too synergy heavy for us. Restoration Angel, Blinking Hourglass Covenant is pretty sweet. That's a pretty long stretch, I think. So should take the Opportunist. Ravenous Pursuit. What is this card? Target creature you control deals damage to its power equal to target creature you don't control. Choose a creature in your hand. It gets pressure gets X plus X the excess damage. So it's just a 2-5 fight spell. Not super exciting. Maze Mind Tome's pretty sweet. Disfigure is okay. There isn't really a lot of aggro stuff in this cube because there's a lot of like mid-rangey stuff, and there aren't really the good like Tangle Wire, Armageddon, super quality one drops there are in like Vintage Cube and stuff like that. So just gonna take the Tome here. I don't think I want to take Disfigure. Whoa, Strider, Massacre Worm, Abundant Harvest, kind of a cool cantrip. Pug Collector, a little more of an aggro card. Woe Strider is certainly a reasonable card. It's a fine just blocker with a little bit of extra late game push. Plays all the opportunists, which is kind of cool. I think Massacre Worm is a little unnecessary. And then Abundant Harvest is pretty good, but we don't really have any like synergy with it or anything like that. I'm just going to take the Woe Strider here. Alright, back to our opening pack. And we see Gifted Aetherborn, which is kind of like a fringe playable for us, kind of hard to cast. This is a pretty easy spot where you just take Spara's Headquarters. One of the biggest things in Cube Draft is just staying as open as possible. And there's so many good cards, you never short on playables. Just try and make sure that you have good backdoor avenues. So if we open up a really good blue or white rare, we can like maybe splash it. Just a good thing to have. Rather have this than have a random 2-drop you don't really want to play, really. So Dollhouse of Horrors does table. Nothing else here is even remotely reasonable, so we'll take Dollhouse and probably not play it, but kind of a fun one. Add to the pile. Bunch of artifacts come back. Palladium Mirror, Icy Manipulator, Celestis, and Deck of Many Things. This card's terrible. Celestis is perfectly fine. It's a reasonable mana rock. A little bit extra value. You can do a little gain of life, so on and so forth. Palladium Mirror is okay, but we're not really utilizing a bunch of colorless mana that well. This ramps from 3 to 6. We don't really have any 6s, so take Celestis. Rebirth, Pilgrim's Eye. Rebirth's fun. Just a land with a little extra value. Rootbound Crag, again, keep the flexible card here in case you want to splash red, maybe. The Squirrel, probably. All right, so a decent start to like a Rocky deck. Not really a crazy start, but it's decent. It's decent. Open up pack number 2, and we see not too much for us. A lot of Jeskai cards, including a Triome. We see Fatal Push, Old Rustine, and Path the World Tree. Old Rustine actually would fit reasonably well in our deck. This card's actually like kind of fine. I kind of like this card. It doesn't really see any play constructed, but like it's kind of a cool card. A little bit just a value engine to 1/4. It's a decent blocker, but we're taking Fatal Push here. I want to be able to kill things and have a little early game, and this card does that better than most. To our... Ooh, I do love me some Thragtusk. Solemn Simulacrum is pretty good also. We got the Boundless Sky, which is just a dime a dozen, 6-mana, 5-mana mythic. Garruk, Wrath of the Wilds. This is the Alchemy Garruk Planeswalker. Choose a creature card in your hand, it gets +1/+1 and gains 1 less to cast. It's kind of cool. Draft the card from a spellbook and put it into play. This card's actually pretty sweet. So, draft the card from a spellbook and put it on the battlefield. So you get a random, 2/3-ish statted creature. This card's actually awesome. This is 4 loyalty, too. This card's insane. Draft the card and put it on the battlefield. So it minuses 1 to put, a 3/2 in play. This card's great. Let's Planeswalker all day. All day, every day. Kind of a fun home for the Alchemy cards. I know people don't necessarily like them, but I think they're fun. So, Gilded Goose, Hangerback Walker, Stone Coil Serpent, Blood Fountain, or Platinum Angel, which is kind of a stretch. Gilded Goose is obviously okay, but the one-shot ramp effect doesn't really make us too happy. Stone Coil Serpent's just a dime a dozen big idiot. Hangerback Walker's pretty good, actually. This card's just super solid early card. Actually plays kind of well with our Opportunist and our Woe Strider and stuff. I think I actually like the Hangerback Walker here. Yeah, the Goose, if this was a Llanowar for a Birds of Paradise, I would take it, but Goose is we're not really using the artifact that well, and so on and so forth. Shambling Gas. It's interesting. We're kind of working into this almost a little bit of a sacrificey theme here. We're going to take Shambling Gas, Sage Lifecrafter, not so great. Soul Transfer is okay. I don't actually have any enchantments, but it's a reasonable removal spell. Definitely a question here, do we want to play, we want to Shambling Gas here and go a little lower to the ground. Doesn't really play super well with our deck, honestly, unless you get more sacrifice stuff.
Make a little noise here, huh? Come on, I can't hear you!
Appreciate the audience helping me out. I'll take Shambling Guest. I think it's an upside into being a little more sacrificing than we plan on being. Elvish Visionary, Gallic Greeters, Forsaken Crossroads are all sweet. We're taking our on-color duel. Hopefully we table one of these. Visionary, Greeters, or Crossroads. I do love Thief of Sanity. Big fan of that card, but Garena has dried up a little bit, I'm not going to lie. We got a Blood Chief's Thirst, Scrappy Scrounger, or a Turn Timber. I like Thirst here. Definitely, the fact that it's a removal spell early but can kill things late is also pretty sweet. Tangled Floor Hedron or Rishkar Pima Renegade. Rishkar is pretty sweet, actually. I'd want to have more 2-drops with Rishkar because it is a good ramper. By itself, it's just a 3/3 Llanowar Elf, which is pretty good. Has a lot of upside also. Tangled Floor Hedron is also kind of reasonable. Although we're kind of ramping from 3 to 5 and then 2 to 4. Maybe just Hedron, actually. We're light on 2s. We have a lot of 3s already. Yeah, let's take Hedron. Love Struck Beast or Treasure Map. I'm a big Treasure Map fan. I'm a huge Treasure Map fan. You've played this card before. It's a beautiful Magic card. Just a couple scries, flips over, makes some treasure, makes a land, draw some cards. Fits that 2-drop slot. Love Struck Beast is okay. As you know, just a roadblock, but I like Map here. Old Rustine Tables, as expected, because realistically it's not the best card ever, but it's fun. Might or might not play it. Solemn Tables, wow, I like that. Platinum Angel Tables, probably not playing Platinum Angel. Not really a format where Platinum Angel shines. Just a pretty easy to kill card. I feel like we're not playing with Shambling Guest. We got a lot of grind here. A lot of grind. I don't think we're playing Dollhouse of Horrors either. Just a good grindy rock deck, you know? Just a good grindy rock deck. Ooh boy, we're backed up here. What do you got for me, friends? We're at 17 playables right now. Going into pack 3. This card's not particularly great, but... So I think, yeah, here we're checking the pathway. Like, we're not going to play this, like, fringe card, but if we end up opening some good blue card on a splash, having a pathway makes it a lot easier, so... Take the land, another Catacomb, or Elvish Visionary. I'm going to take the Visionary. I could see this card making our deck. We have a few, like, sacrifice-y kind of things. So, could make our deck. We'll see. Rankle's actually kind of cool. So, that's a kind of a card that plays really well with our random token makers and stuff like that. Also being a pretty good card. Otherwise, pack is kind of empty. Hydra's pretty good. But I like Rankle a lot here, actually. We have Visionary, Hedron, Opportunist, Woe Strider token, Hangerback Walker, Old Rustine. Yeah, I like Rankle. I'm in. So now we're like kind of like going for a little less ramp and a little more kind of just like rocky good stuff. This is 19 playables. Some Planeswalkers are nice, definitely nice. We like that. We like that. Thirst. Visionary. Maze Mind Tome and Map is like a little much on the 2-mana like draw card kind of thing, but those effects are pretty good. Primal Command, Woodland Cemetery, Shigeki, Heartless Act. I do like Shigeki. It is a pretty sweet card. It is a 2-drop. It has some value. That being said, I kind of just want the land here. I think we're like super flush of playables. We'll definitely table Heartless Act, Shigeki, or Primal Command, and which makes sure our mana works. We only have one duel so far, so take the Cemetery. Shigeki's like a little awkward too, so we have a lot of 3s, so, and like we don't really have much graveyard stuff, so Altar of Baal, looking for Baal. This card's okay. It's kind of a weird like recurring nightmare card. We got Paradise Druid, Land, Elvish Mystic. We're gonna Mystic here, I think. 1 to 3 is pretty great, pretty easy to cast. Pretty happy with Mystic. Kind of fits our somewhat creaturey theme. Bastion of Remembrance. If we were like much more into like the tokeny creaturey stuff, this card could be sweet. Once Upon a Time is just a really good card. Probably should take that one. Let's find a creature or land. Yeah, it was Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time. I haven't cast that card in a long time. It's banned in literally everything. So, Black Market Connections, Werewolf Pack Leader. This got a pretty sweet card, honestly. Kind of like a Phyrexian Arena Turbocharge. Can make creatures, can draw cards. We don't really have any life gain in our deck. But even just like play this, get a treasure, a 3/2, and draw a card, and lose some life is fine. Pack Leader is not really where we're at, and there's nothing else really here we want. Some blue lands, but nothing splashing blue, so take Black Market Connections. I'm cool with that. Definitely like find some life gain if possible. And there's Innkeeper. Innkeeper plays pretty well. Can I companion? Cannot companion Gigantha. Can't companion a Chungus. Krungus a Chungus. Dispute is it's cute, but Innkeeper I think is exactly what we want. It's life gain. It's another creature for like creature effects, and then it's also a slight ramper too. So I think we're filling out our deck nicely here. Here's Foul Play. Destroy creature power 2 or less. I don't think I want that. Reclaimer's also kind of eh. Tenacious Pup's also kind of eh. Yeah, I'll take Foul Play and probably not play it. Toski. The Toski with the Moski. Sir Farron the Hinge Hammer. Just God Pharaoh's Gift. Just like a pretty good card, honestly. It's expensive, but you're not playing Farron. I guess it's Toski. We're not sideboarding. Toski would be a good sideboard card, but whatever. Stomping Ground, Village Rites. Village Rites, I would much prefer Deadly Dispute. But we do have a decent amount of things to sacrifice, honestly, which is kind of cool. I feel like we're not playing it. We already have 23 cards, so. Primal Command Tables. Am I happy to play this card? Yeah, probably. It's like fine. Dragon's Guard Elite. Displacer Kitten. K Command. Yeah, I mean, we're not playing Dragon Guard Elite, so. Slumgar's Command. Lifecrafter's Bestiary. Upkeep Spry 1, play a creature, draw a card. It's not really exactly where we're at. Mentor Shelter. So I would say we're like one card short or no card short. We once upon a time, Innkeeper, Hedron, Map Connections, Cultivate, Rustine, Karungus the Chungus, or Demonic Back. Not Demonic Back. Is casting Karungus a reasonable thing to do? You have to draw like probably you have to draw at least 2 cards to be good enough. Let's take a look. All right, what's Draftsman say? Just Golgari. Yep, that's basically what we're doing here. Nothing too crazy. Karungus the Chungus. So ETBs, draw a card for each other permanent you control, mana value 3 or greater. We have some, but like not a ton. I would like this to draw 2 cards in theory. We'll just take these lands out. So right now we're at, this is 24 cards. I don't really love Primal Command, honestly. It's not like we're like searching for any like really important creature. It's just like 7 mana find a creature for the most part. You can put a non-creature permanent on top of a library, but like it's kind of whatever. It's just clunky. Let's get rid of that. I think I'll play Karungus over that. Am I gonna play 16 lands or 17 lands here? The Floor Hedron's a land, so you gotta be aware of that. We also have this Malakar Rebirth, which is also a land, which is probably worth just playing. A little extra value on some of our ETB effects. Yeah, I'm cool with that. So this is 24 cards with 2 extra lands. We have Shambling Gas Village Rites, which is kind of cute. If we wanted to go a little more into that route. I guess Once Upon a Time is also kind of a land, too. So we're pretty good on lands, honestly. I would say right now we're playing like 17 or 18 lands, counting the Hedron, the Rebirth, and the Once Upon a Time. If we add the Shambling Gas and the Village Rites, it's an interesting place to be. Kind of like it, honestly. I kind of like it. It does make our Cultivate a little worse, because now we're kind of like not ramping in too much. Although we have a lot of things to spend our mana on, which is kind of cool, so it's fine. Shambling Guest. Some of you sacrifice an artifact. This counts treasures too. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. We have treasures off this thing. Treasures of the connections. Woe Strider sacrifices. Rustines make stuff to sacrifice. Rankle. We're not really there on Squirrel, I don't think. If you want to, you could play like Squirrel, Village Rites, Shambling Guest, and try and lean a little more into that, and maybe like cut the Cultivate. Which honestly isn't like that bad of an idea. That lowers our curve significantly. So if you go like Squirrel, Ghast, Village Rites, take out Cultivate. Now we're looking at 20 or 6. We're looking at 16 lands, including the Hedron and the Rebirth, and there's also Once Upon a Time too. And now our curve is much lower too. So realistically, we're just like an early game deck, which is kind of interesting actually, given how the draft started. Does that make Toski a possibility also? We're gonna be playing a bunch of little creatures. Very interesting. Very interesting. Maybe like play Toski, cut Celestis. I kind of like this actually. Kind of like this. So a little more low to the ground than we had planned on being, but I think this looks pretty good. 26 effectively is your lands. That's 25, 24. Let me add our Bloomin' Marsh and our Cemetery. Look at our 12-12 split here. It's an easy split. Let's get some nice landos in, please. It gets too many, but it's fun. Damn it. I really hate how if you click this side, it goes to the next page. So friggin' annoying. Quality control on Arena is not the best. But, alright. Sweet. That's our cube draft deck. I kind of like it, actually. Was kind of a ramp deck, but now a little more of like a green-black, kind of like sacrificey, pseudo-ramp Rocky deck. I kind of like it. So, for my Bronze and Mythic fans, believer or non-believer, 7 wins, yay or nay, what do you think? Leave your comments, scroll down in the comments on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to you, please. Please support the main channel as well. And I'm pushing the Bronze and Mythic channel, but the main channel is still a big part too. So, I love y'all. Let's get to the games and see how it goes. Round 1, let's rock and roll. Sure. The Toski with the Moski. I'm in. I think Toski's a nice add to our deck. Elvish Mystic. Try on for our opponent, sure. Okay. 3 colors for our opponent. I'm just going to attack for 1. And we've got our Village Rights up to try and kill my elf. We're going Planeswalker and a Planeswalker, which is pretty good. And Garrick's actually really, really good. Like, this is a really good Planeswalker. Can grow our Toski, too. Land of War Visionary, sure. Draw a card. A lot of colors here. Hangerback Walker. Alright, so we just play Garrick. We're going to draft the card with the Garrick. Let's play Garrick. And draft the card from the spellbook. So it's a bunch of limited creatures. Root Gazer, Brush Strider, Dawn Treader, Elk. I think I like the Root Gazer here. Vigilance is nice. And just say go. That's really good. -1 to make a 2/3. So it's 3 loyalty on it. That's a really good Planeswalker. The plus ability is like, it's only okay, but we can keep plussing to reduce the cost of our Hangerback Walker. It's kind of cute. But like, we're just going to keep drafting creatures, honestly, so. Next turn might be cast Hangerback for 2, leave up Village Rights. They are playing a lot of freaking colors here. Oh my god, they have a Field of the Dead. Field of the Dead's real good, obviously. Nope, just a Triumph. So they're playing a lot of colors. This thing can put a basic land from your hand onto the battlefield. It's kind of cute. I might just want to like play Ren, make a token, just like really get the ball rolling here. Play this. I think I like that. We also have the ability to pump it too, which is kind of sweet. So we're just like, let's draft a token. We got a Basilisk, a Terror. Oh no! I didn't read all the draft things. It's got landfall. I played a land first. My bad. All right. I mean, it still can do the thing. Honestly, I'm still gonna get this one. That kind of sucks, but all right. We have the Root Gazer release. So play Ren. We're building up quite the board here. Make a Tree Folk. And now we have put in a land, landfall, Scythe Cat, grow Tree Folk, and then have Village Rights if we want it. So a lot of options here. They do have mana for Golos, though, unfortunately. We can't really remove that at the moment. So they can start activating Golos and playing things for free. It's pretty good. Golos is one of the better cards in this cube, I feel like. Usually getting Field of the Dead if possible, but just activating is fine. Just a good body, good ramp. Just a good, like, mid-range kind of payoff. Which is definitely what, alright, there they go. They're casting it. Alright, so here we go. Golos reveals Shark Typhoon, Path the World Tree, and Mountain. Alright, so they're going to cast Shark Typhoon. And they're going to... We can play all of them? Not just one? Oh my god, so good. Alright, that's a problem. That might get us, folks. Yeah. Well, I'll try our best here, but... Get a land. Definitely some mid-range arms races happening in this format. So we're going to activate this. Put our swamp in. And trigger landfall. I'm just going to Village Rights to the Mystic right now. And just try and get some something going here. Because we are definitely a little bit of in trouble. Draw Bloodchief's Thirst. Visionary, Hourglass Coven. Pretty good draws. Let's plus our Ren. Trying to find a land. Find 2 lands. And a Woe Strider. Ding. We kind of want to kill Golos so they can't activate it again. But that is really, really mana intensive, unfortunately. We also want to attack them. Yeah. Let's just draft a card off Garrick. Draft a card off Garrick. 3-2 Vigilance. Oh, an 0-1 and a 2-2 or a Dawn Treader Elk. I think I like 3-2 Vigilance. That's so good. Like, I think we're going to play a land. Yeah, play a land. And then we're going to Bloodchief Thirst the Golos. And then attack with everything. And then put in a land, Landfall, Grovis, and then cast Llanowar Visionary. So this is a great attack. It's a huge attack. I mean, see if the Shark will probably block here, I would assume. Yeah. Activate the Grazer. Pretty good card, honestly. Put it in the Swamp. Grow that and that. Hit for a bunch. Play Visionary. Draw a card. Alright. They still have Hourglass Coven teed up. They can use the Path to kill my Garrick, but that requires like their entire turn, basically. So I think they're like almost needing a sweeper at this point. And we should have Hourglass Coven to mop up, so. Land number 7. Oh my god. Chandra the Awakened Inferno. This is an elemental, right? No, it's a beast. They're all, none of them are elementals, god damn it. Blink of an eye. Oh my god. Well, obviously they did that one in the wrong order, but sure. Chandra. What are we going to do now? We can cast Hourglass Coven. We reduce the cost. We attack Chandra with the Scythe Cat. They just block with the Shark, which is not very good for us. This thing can Wrath again and kill the Hourglass Coven creatures too. Jeez, that's good. This is going to be hard to beat. The Chandra plus the Shark Typhoon. I need to think for a second here. We Grovis, attack Chandra, they block with the Shark. And then what? And how do we beat this freaking card? Do we chuck our Wrenn? Or try and get some more value off of it? And then do we chuck our Garrick? Or try and get more value off of it also? We can Woe Strider too. A lot of value to be had there. Looking to put things in play that can deal with Chandra. Play land. Alright. Yeah. So we're going to attack Chandra. See what they do here. I assume they're going to block, but yeah. Alright, sure. Trade there. And then I think we're going to hold on to Wrenn and hold on to our Garrick. So let's reduce the cost of something. We can Woe Strider and then reduce the cost of Toski and play Toski. Let's plus this. Choose Toski. Woe Strider escape. Exiling all of our junky cards we got. It's fun. Sure, submit 4. I should have plus this for whatever, sure. Plus this, revealing a land, cool. And play the Toski with the Moski. Now it's a 2-2. And say go. Indestructible. Woe Strider survives the Wrath, which is good. Next turn we can make some more creatures, which is good. Beating Chandra Shark Typhoon is not going to be easy, but we're definitely on a decent path here. That Blink of the Eye really hurt, hitting our 7/7. Frickin' Toski. 5 cards in end. Hello. We are, our next thinning out. We only have 16 cards left. We can't really activate Wrenn too many more times. Just gonna make one more token. Maybe I should have just made us Ogun last turn. Honestly. So I doubt we're ever gonna plus it again. So might have been better. Gonna deal 2 to my Garrick. Well, that's all right. We got a lot of value off Garrick. So
I've got better friends in the wilds anyway.
better friends in the wild. So you hear that? Garrick just called us a bad friend. Cultivate Shark Typhoon. That's pretty good. Really want to kill Vishandra. Vishandra's on 1 now, so they can't kill Coven anymore. So Hourglass Coven seems clear for takeoff. Thragtusk. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm going to end step Scry. This goat is basically worthless. Bottom Swamp. And we draw land. Alright, so obviously Toski has to attack. They're just going to block Toski. Probably trade Thragtusk with Woe Strider. It's not ideal, but sure. We have lands. We have 5 and we can Hourglass Coven. We have 3 mana left over for Black Mark connections. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I guess. Just like attack Chandra with both. Make a token, make an Hourglass Coven, and then make connections. Yes, that makes it blocks. Pretty obvious. They are getting a little lower on resources, which is important because they can't activate this World Tree, but Hourglass Coven's pretty crazy. So let's Hourglass Coven and see what comes up. So we draft 2 Hags, various abilities. Drain 2, mill 5. They have 19 cards, or they sacrifice permanent. So I think Drain 2 makes the most sense. And then Drain 2, Skeleton, or discard. Drain 2 again. Make our token. And make Black Mark connections.
They prepare for war.
And say go. We do have a huge Hangerback Walker on tap. And we also have the Woe Strider Escape also, so we got things to do. Again, I don't think we really are going to plus Ren ever again. We have 15 cards left. I have to mill 8 cards to have a chance to make another token. And at that point, we'd be down to a very, very small library. Oh, wow. That's awesome. So that card, I said I'm never going to use ever again. They just killed it, which is great.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
That's phenomenal. All right. Now what? 5, 9 mana. This is 7 mana to deal 2 to something. I lose 2, they gain 2, and make a bear. Champion of Wits. Sure. Draw 2, discard 2. What a pile of cards. This is my problem, my one complaint with these cubes. These games can be fun, but they get a little tiring. I feel like a lot of the games in this cube are kind of like this. Just like a bunch of multicolor, mid-range nonsense. Key to the Archive? Oh, that's gross. It's probably my only spellbook card that I don't like, because the hits are also high variance. Could be Approach Second Son, could be Wrath of God, like, real big spread. Alright, they're thinking about it, so it's probably not Wrath or Approach, which is good at least. They discard a Bone Crusher Giant. There go the Hags. We're doing all 3 on this. Ship it. And now they have a 4/4. They have a 4/4. All right, that sucks. They have 16 cards in their deck. We don't really want Champion of Wits to die because they'll just be able to eternalize it. Toski has to attack. So I guess it has to die, right? Don't want to send in the hour. No, don't want to send that in. All right. Yeah, I guess we're just. Toski's got to go, and I guess if Toski's got to go, then the 9/9 can go too. So send in those. They're gonna block the 9/9 and block the Toski. Sure. Very reasonable. And now it's dead, which kind of stinks. But we've got a bunch of mana. Hangerback Walker for 1,000,000 or Woe Strider. I kind of like Woe Strider, actually. Let's go Innkeeper Woe Strider. Just gains a couple life. Get Welsh Rider in play so we can sacrifice the Hanger back if I try and exile it. It's kind of cool, so gain a life, make a goat, gain a life. And we'll just say go. We can play we got 5, 10, 11, 12. We have 13 mana next turn for Hangerback Walker. I guess 14 with this, right? So make a huge Hangerback. Oh, they got Wrath. God damn it. Alright, sure. That sucks. That really sucks. So a block. I guess the Wrath doesn't kill the Toski, but block here. Take a bunch. We get to scry our entire deck too, so I guess there's always that. Alright, so 13-13. They got Wrath of the Archive. Yeah. Or whatever. Day Judgment, sure. Make a Shark. We are going to start sacrificing things. I'm going to see if we can get a good scry on here. I'm not sure what our good remaining card is, but how's Vivian? Vivian good? Vivian is pretty good. Kill a Shark Typhoon? Sure. I'm cool with Vivian. Do that one on top. Kind of a waste of all our scries, I guess, but I guess sure. It's just the top card's best card, so that's all dead. And Eternalized Champion of Wits. So ETBs is a 4/4, draw 4. Fortunately, Toski has to attack. Get Vivian and Woe Strider again, right? We have enough cards in our graveyard, right? Yeah, yeah. Could you stop that? Yeah, plenty. Yeah, we have all the hags. That's pretty funny. They discard Jawari land. We draw Vivian. We're just going for it again. Go to 7. We draw Elvish Visionary also. Alright, play Visionary. Rebirth. Play Vivian. Kill the Shark Typhoon.
Sometimes restoration.
We're at 7. We need to be aware of our life total because they can do some damage here. And then we have Woe Strider. Rebirth. I don't really want to cast Rebirth and go to 5, but whatever. Let's cast this. I guess we'll attack with the... this Toski has to attack, so... They block. Smart, smart, very smart. Play the Woe Strider. Exiling Hag, Hag, Hag. We have no reanimation stuff, so... Woe Strider, Goat, and we'll just say go. It's funny how we've had a good thing to do every turn. We've never cast a Hangerback Walker. Next turn's probably the turn, though. Ten cards in deck. It's gonna be a long draft here. All the games are like this. Jeez. They have 10 cards left. They have played some pretty big heaters, and we've weathered the storm. So it's good to know our little scrappy deck can grind. More of an opportunist than Llanowar Elves and Friends. Kind of a cool deck. In the tank. Oh! Really in the tank. Path the World Tree. Again, 7 mana, deal 2, draw 2, gain 2, lose 2. But 7 mana is a lot, so... I guess I can kill Vivian if they want to do it that way, but... If we get to untap and attack... It's funny, is Toski a May? It's not a May, actually, so... We could deck off Toski in theory, which is kind of a scary thought, but... We have 10 cards, so... Okay, here's Ugin. This is colorless. That's nice, I guess. Toski can get exiled. Exile for 5. So they get everything but the 3/2 and my treasures. And I can't stack this. It's another. That stinks. All right. We get to kill Ugin here. Isn't that bad? I guess. Sure. All right. Everything's gone. Their path's gone too, though. So that's a big part of their plan here. So our shape-shifting, they're going to play a Triome. Wow. All right. Untap. Let's try and put this Ugin out of its misery. Sound bug back. Sound bug was not happening yesterday. I'm very sad now. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just pay 7. All the eggs are in. Rebirth is worthless here, so yeah, ship it. We're holding it forever. I hate the sound bugs so much. Put some music on, I guess. Music is good vibes for Cuban, at least. The Scarab God? Oh. Glad I exiled the hag. No, not you. Shut up. Solemn Simulacrum. Alright, Scarab God with mana to activate it twice. We've got Thragtusk, Golos. Thragtusk, Golos. I don't know if we can win. I don't know if we can beat Scarab God. Yeah, that sucks. Alright. I say Thragtusk, Golos. Just attack for 7. Brutal. Brutal. Let's go to the classics, I guess. Here's Thragtusk. Scarab God, about the best possible card you can play on turn like 35 with a bunch of mana up late in the game. Thragtusk blocks. Dies. Makes a thing. We're at 7. This thing drains too, right? Yeah, that sucks. Play Solemn. Get a land. I should have looked at what I have left. Actually, what I have left right here. So, yeah, Fatal Push, Shambling Gas, Ravenous Squirrel, Once Upon a Time, Maze Mine, Tome, Rankle. We don't got much, folks. Rankle's probably our best one here, but they still have probably ways to block it. Golos. Not really, actually. Freaking Scarab God. You can see our opponent's deck is like built to win the mid-range slugfest. They just have so many over-the-top mid-range cards. They probably can't ever beat an aggro deck. But like that's kind of what the point of this cube is in a way. So, all right, lose 1. You just want to really win the mid-range arms race because it's hard to do much else. There isn't really enough like pure synergy stuff. It's still fun. It's cool, but definitely one of the hallmarks of the format so far, as I've seen the Arena Cubes. All right, so we make some blocks. We are at freaking 6, and not gonna cast Rebirth because we can't shock ourselves and die. Solemn hits. We need to win the game this turn, basically. We draw Rankle. That's the card. One of the cards we're looking for. I don't think it's good enough though. They just Scarab God 3 times, and we just can't beat the Scarab God. Oh, Scarab God. Untap and draw Ravenous Squirrel. Yeah, we just died as Scarab God triggers. So I'll make them do it, but sure. Play that. Play Squirrel. Sound bugs completely. I'm mad. I was playing yesterday. I recorded the Bronze Mythic, and the sound bug was it seemed like it was fixed again. I was really pumped about it, but yeah, they just return whatever. We're just dead. All right, you got me. All right, you got me. Kind of stinky one there. Scarab God just coming down just at the right time to take the game. 0-1. Try that one again. Our deck might be a little bit too fair, maybe. It's fine. Wants to draw land, of course, but ooh, Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time. Cast it for free. Literally never see this card because it's banned in actual everything. It's hilarious. Alright, we'll take a Swamp here. Play Swamp, play Gas, there you go. Freaking Once Upon a Time. What's this card legal in? Like, actually. It's like almost nothing, right? Alright, we drop Blood Chief's Thirst. Play Tome, so there you go. Tome's pretty good here. Some Bant land so far. And nothing. We're not going to scry. I want max value, so people scry too much for this card. Attack for 1. And I'm just going to draw a card. Instead of playing Opportunist here. Just going to draw cards, so go. We have push up. I'm just not really in a rush to play my 1-3. Displacer Kitten. That one's dead. Alright, let's draw a card. Draw a land, sure. Alright, so now the question is, do we need to use our Bloodchief's Thirst to kill this? Or can we, like, wait a little bit? It's funny, now we kind of want to use the Tome for Revolt. I think we get Solemn here. I doubt they can do anything super crazy with this. I guess once they have the mana up, they can, like, protect it. Maybe we should just kill it and play it safe. It's hard to know how good this card's going to be in their deck. Or how well they can protect it. Playing Solemn here is obviously a much more proactive thing to do. But, like, tapping 4 mana to kill their 2/2 does not feel very good, but this needs 4 counters, so not revolting for a long time. Yeah, I'm gonna be a coward and just kill it. I'm gonna be a coward and just kill it. Maybe playing Solemn there does seem pretty reasonable, honestly. But they haven't done anything else either, so it's like with the cards they have are good with it, so I'm not gonna scry again. Not gonna rush to scry. Gonna attack. Oh, that's not a bad draw. Rebirth. Attack for 1. Play land Solemn. Leave up Rebirth, Fatal Push. That's about as bad as it gets. Yeah, sure. Okay, I guess go. Didn't see that one coming. Taking a bite out of me here. Attack for 4 or 5. That's not good. I guess Opportunist Shambling Gas is still fine. You can just block it for a little bit. Play Temple Garden. Sure. Say go. Again, I'm not really interested in scrying. I just want to draw cards. Ravenous Squirrel. Let's play our Opportunist. See if that one resolves. Play land. Just say go. We've got Maze Mind Tome up as well as Rebirth. Nothing we're sacrificing here, so Squirrel's kind of whatever. Squirrel's better later. We can actually activate it, use the mana and stuff, so. End step. Fastest Intervention. Look top X. So basically just draw 2. It's like a bad dig through time. This sort of draw go deck can be like a natural foil to like the mid-range bullshit decks. So like kind of like a metagame, you know, metagame within the game kind of thing. A Marius Call. Sure. That kind of sucks, but okay. Alright, here comes the Sharky. So, we just block here, draw a card, make a treasure. We're going to kill one of these angels with Fatal Push as well. Let's block, make treasure, draw. Draw a Rend, it's not bad. Draw a card off this. Hanger back, okay. And then we're going to do Fatal Push. One of those. And untap and draw Vivian. That's not bad. Vivian Reed here. Little Vivian to shoot down the Angel Warrior. And then I probably want to produce a blocker to try and keep Vivian alive. So probably just play Squirrel and just say go. We have a Rebirth up too. It's not bad. That's not bad. Kill that. Draw a card. It's also sick. Draw Swamp. Cool. Play Swamp. Could play Hanger back on 1 as a blocker. I don't mind Squirrel here, though. We can Squirrel. We can even like Rebirth Squirrel and block with it. So play Squirrel and just say go. Gonna leave back Opportunist. We want to keep Vivian alive at all costs, I think. So already drawn like 3 cards on this, which is great. So card was a mythic uncommon in this draft format. Honestly, is playable and constructed, but they just never really They're going to token that's a copy of a non-frog creature, except it's a 1/1 green frog. So we're going to copy my Opportunist. And there's nothing I can do about that. Alright, sure. A frog.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
They're gonna copy it again. Oh, okay, I guess that's this. I did not expect this to happen, but okay. This sucks. They're gonna draw a lot of freaking cards, but block with squirrel, rebirth the squirrel. So they're gonna draw 2 here. I'm gonna draw 1. It's pretty fun. All right, comes back. Draw some cards. I'm gonna hold the tome. Yikes. All right, untap and draw Bloom Marsh. Let's plus our Vivian and hit Hourglass, Rankle, Woe Strider, Visionary. All those cards are really good. Hourglass Coven is very castable. Rankle's pretty cool. Cost 4. We could play Hangerback for 2, and then sack the Hangerback and make some flyers. And they sacrifice one of their opportunists. We also do a discard probably too. Yeah, maybe no discard actually. I'm just gonna Hourglass Coven. Card's really good. All right. Play Coven. Alright, so this one will kill their things. That's good. And then this will make skeletons or mills them. They're currently at 22 cards. Also exiles their graveyard. I kind of like that, actually. Alright, play Bloom Marsh. And just going to say go. Our board, like, kind of demands a Wrath now, honestly. We have plenty of good stuff otherwise. So, the card's great. The card is really good. Freaking Hourglass Coven. Croaking Counterpart. I have, yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen this card cast before. Like, ever. Masked Vandal. They have a creature in the graveyard. Alright, that's annoying. Gonna kill my Maze Mind Tome, I guess. So we'll draw a card. Put a counter on our squirrel. And draw a Visionary, sure. Alright. I mean, sitting behind our hags here, we can start picking off the frogs and milling them for 5, which is pretty awesome, so. I think I might... I want to keep Vivian alive. That's like the non-negotiable. The question is what blocks here? The squirrel or the Hourglass Coven? Because the Coven itself isn't very useful, I don't think. I guess we have decent attacks, but... Don't want to block with Opportunists. I want to keep drawing cards and keep up with them. Let me just squirrel. Because I get to attack for 3, 6, 9 next turn. This is tough. This is actually a really tough call. That's a question if I don't want to like double block too. I could just let Vivian go. Vivian is pretty good. They have 5 cards in hand. If anything dies, they draw 2 also. I think Vivian just dies here. I think this is fine.
I've seen worse.
Gonna start killing their stuff, killing their frogs with my covens, or my hourglasses. Cycle headquarters, sure. All right, that's a weird one, sure. One of our permanents is returned hand. Turn a land you control to its owner's hand. Return target artifact enchantment card, mana value extra less from your graveyard. We're about to exile their graveyard, so let's kill the veteran and then exile it. What do they have in here? Actually, have nothing. Turn a land you control, turn an artifact or enchantment card Oh, I'm sorry. Returns enchantments or artifacts. They have none of those. Just kill one of the croakers. So we each draw off of the thingies. Mill 5 and exile their graveyard. Draw Mystic. I don't think our hags are attacking anymore because they have decent blockers. I kind of want to just play Hangerback for 3 and then eat it, honestly. We can also ran and make a token. There's a lot of stuff we can do here. Challenging games. Attack with, maybe we'll attack with the Shrinky Hag. This card scares me a little bit, honestly. Not sure if this is right or not, but sure. This kills Tashimi, which is like, can't do much at the moment, but I'm just sacrificing right now. Just gonna get our card draw on, our tokens on. Innkeeper, alright. They go to 11. We have the board pretty well set. If they cast a Wrath here, we just draw a card. Our hand's pretty stocked, so. The Great Henge, rude. It's pretty busto. Although the good thing is like, if we just get one more mill off, they might not be able, they might just deck. So, Torrential Gearhulk. They have no spells in the graveyard. They're just casting at the draw because we exile their graveyard with this thing, so. And this is a weird mix of cards. Their deck looked pretty focused at the start, but now it just looks like a pile of banned cards. And here come the clowns. Flip Legion's Landing. Alright, I mean, this is like fine. Staying alive is really important, so I'm just gonna jump block the shark and eat their other things. Our Opportunist will draw cards. They're on 12 cards in deck. Now down to 6 cards in deck. So she's gonna stay alive here, basically. I don't want to Ren to mill. I also don't want to play out my entire hand either, in case they have a Wrath effect. Let's just play land, like Innkeeper, Map, Visionary. Sequencing here is not great, I guess, but whatever. And just gain some life, draw a card. Here's Garrick. Garrick's pretty nice. I like Garrick a lot. Could work towards the ultimate on Garrick. Goes there pretty quick. Yeah, sure, let's do that, whatever. Cast this. Grow that. Just gonna sit behind,
I'll leave your bones in my...
just gonna sit behind our stuff, honestly, and just not attack. Like, we're just gonna deck them with this thing, and they can't really beat the board anyway. We're either gonna deck them, or we're gonna ultimate them, or they're gonna Wrath, and we'll play with stuff in our hand. They only have 5 cards left. Even though the Great Henge is very, very powerful, like, if they play more creatures to draw, they just die. So... what do you got, opponent? Soon's Intervention. Disenchant, seek, make tokens, gain life. Alright. Now there are 3 cards in their deck. It's a race to see if they're going to deck before we get to overrun them. Isn't that the ultimate on the other Garrick, too? Phyrexian Metamorph, copying Gearhulk, copying Intervention. That's a really powerful play. But I don't think it actually really matters. Right? Like, they just drew another card. Now they have 2 cards left. Now they have 1 card left. Like, what's the end game here, you know? Okay. Double Gearhulks on the dollar. We got blockers for days. tanking. What you gonna do? Send him a team. What else can you do? What else can you do, you know? Alright, so we'll block the token and we'll block. Let's trade here. And block the Coven proper here. We'll block this Gear Hulk. Sure, whatever. Just not taking damage. You get cheesed out here. They're literally dead next turn, so. Protect our Hag of Soured Thoughts and then just not die. And let them deck. $15 life. I feel pretty safe from getting cheesed out. The Wandering Emperor, sure. So, decent mixture of cards, but not good enough to beat the Hourglass Coven. Stuff dies. We mill their last card. And for funsies, we're going to draft a card with this, because it's just fun. And we're going to get ourselves a Skirlid Colony. It's a 4/4. Gain a life, and just say go. Alright, you are up, my friend. Boom.
Game. Blouses.
Decked ya. Alright, back to it. Oh, Hourglass Coven. This card's freaking insane. So good. Knight of Ebon Legion. Oh, a little aggression here. I like this. I like this. A little different. Something a little different. This is a green-black aggressive mirror. I guess we're going to kill this. We're going to map next turn. And then have mana for map the turn after. Yeah, I'm just going to kill this now. Take it out. Shigeki. Alright. Back to mid-range grind stuff. Map ya. Nothing. Not even a thing. I didn't upkeep Scribe. I think it's fine. Play Maze-Bind Tome and just say go. Having both of these in play is a little redundant, I'm not gonna lie, but Shigeki, they're gonna mill 4 and put a land into play. They land, so sure. Back in their hand. Kind of tried that pushback to kill Shigeki, but that's fine. And Inquisition of Kozilek. Alright, they got me. They got. I was about to hit the buzz button, but they got me. Village Rights is gone. And Shigeki's back, sure. So we're gonna set our upkeep stop again. We're gonna scry. Looking for a land? That's fine. Keep the land. Again, not going to use Maze-Bind Tome. We don't need to scry, and I just want to save it for card draw later. Play Solemn. Get ourselves a, I don't know, Forest, Swamp. Does that matter? Not really, right? Maybe Swamp? Sure, Swamp. Whatever. Either way is fine. And so go. Ramping up. Draw a land plus cast Hourglass Coven. Oh, no.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Well, that's absolutely backbreaking. That was, I inspired Lufkin out. We're off the freaking Rebel Reservation again, folks. Alright. That was awful. Two of my best cards, gone. Untap. We're going to upkeep Scry. And we're going to find a Visionary. Is that better than a random card? I don't think so. I just want to draw a card. Give me something else. I got mana to spend on Maze-Bind anyway, so draw for turn. Draw off Maze-Bind. Innkeeper. Alright, well, putting it all out there, you know? Putting it all out there. So there you go. Thankfully, we have Maze-Bind and Treasure Map to work our way back from this extreme card deficit. Toski, Bearer of Secrets. Toski with the Moski. Alright, upkeep Scry. This will flip our map too. Blood Chief's Thirst. Killing Shigeki is actually pretty good here, so I'm cool with that. Take that. Flip the Cove. Draw. And we're gonna draw off the Maze-Bind Tome also. Draw another land. Alright, so just gonna kill this. Play lands, there you go. We have a lot of card draw here, so of course if you haven't seen this card before, the map flips over into the land Treasure Cove, which is tap to add a colorless or tap to stack treasure and draw a card. I have 4 treasures in play. So it just turns your treasures into cards, which is great. They're going to Rishkar up their Toski. Alright, they can't draw a card here, so We'll just sack Solomon, draw a card. And we draw a Rankle and an Elvish Mystic. That's pretty good, actually. Let's start by drawing. Garrick. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of good stuff. All right. Rankle. I don't really want to use my treasures for mana, if possible. So we're going to attack, and they're going to kill their Rishgar, I guess. We'll sacrifice our Mystic. Could cast Garrick. No, I force discard, too. Maybe I was trying to force discard. All right, let's play Rankle. Let's gain a life. Let's play Garrick. Use a treasure. We're going to draft a card. See what we get. We got Root Gazer, 3/2, or Treader Elk. I like the Root Gazer a lot. The 2/3 body's pretty sweet. Gain a life. And we're just going to attack. Both players sack. I guess I'm going to do both players discard. I'd rather just play this elf and sacrifice the elf. So we're going to lose on a treasure here, but like, I think it's fine. Play this. Gain a life. Rankle attacks. Rankle's going to hit. Both players sack. Both players discard. Sack and discard. They lose Rishgar. We lose Mystic. They discard a Hullbreaker Horror. Wow. They're going to sack the Toski. The Toski with the Moski is gone. Wow. All right. It's very interesting. So they really needed their mana for some reason. Here's land. Oh, they have Coma. That's a good one. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. I don't know. We can beat Coma. They have to tap my Rankle every turn. That's pretty cool, I guess. But we draw Shambling Ghast. All right. Let's start by drawing a card. And it's a Blooming Marsh. Let's attempt to move to combat. They're going to let me attack. Wow, alright. I wish I played the Ghast first. I didn't think they were going to let me attack. I guess Rankle will attack. Yeah, I screwed up. I just assumed they were going to tap, and they didn't. I should have played the Marsh and then the Ghast and sacrificed the Ghast, I guess. Alright, this is fine. We'll attack. Let's see what they do. Like, both players discard, both players sack here. I'm going to draw with my Maze Mind Tome. I can see what we draw. This might change my discard, so... Forest. Okay. So, both players discard, both players sack. We'll discard our Marsh. And they discard a Salumgar's Command. Wow. They must have just misclicked. There's no way they shouldn't have tapped that. So we'll sack our Innkeeper. They sack that. Alright. We're gonna draft another card. We're gonna draft another Root Gazer, a Truffle Snout. It's a 3/3 or I gain 4 life. Or a Wari Okatepi, whatever. I think I like the 3/4, a 3/2 Vigilance, I think. It attacks into these and blocks these, and play Shambling Ghast, just play land. I should hold the line, sweep this thing, and just say go. Alright. I mean, Coma's pretty gross. I'm not sure if we have enough to beat it here. It is very, very good. But they're just going to attack. Alright. I mean, this is, like, fine. Just make our blocks. Keep Garrick alive, because Garrick's awesome. Get a treasure, which ends up being a card with the Cove, which is also awesome. It's gonna be X and Scarab God here. Alright, sick rips. No cards in hand, draw Scarab God. Sure. They make a Coma token. We draw off our Treasure Cove. Coma and Scarab God. I mean, this honestly, though, if you really want to win in this cube, this is how you want to do it. Just build your deck so you can reliably cast Coma and Scarab God. And just, like, whatever else there is, doesn't matter that much. Just play the biggest, hugest bombs. For sure. Alright, we'll draw a card off this. I think we gotta beat in the Coma. We can't beat Coma and Scarab God, unfortunately. Alright, play land. I mean, draft the card, I guess. We just can't ever win. So, 3-2, sure. I guess when I was against Dean's Death Touch, I should have got the Death Touch guy probably, but whatever. Play Vivian. Like, what's in the graveyard? Freaking Hullbreaker Horror. Yeah, we just have no chance to win, but...
Meet my newest.
We don't really have many ways to actually kill the Scarab God or remove it or anything like that, so... Despite the fact that I have 2 Planeswalkers in play and 30 life, the game's just actually not close. Which kind of stinks, but... They're going to tap this time? Or no? No? Alright, sure. I mean... Works for me. Each player sacrifices. And just say go, I guess. Like, pretty devastating. Like, Hullbreaker Horrors, probably the best thing to bring back. Honestly, bring back, like, Solemn is fine. Just, like, bring back Solemn and get more mana so you can activate Scarab God more times. If you ever played when this card was in Standard, it was the ultimate endgame for sure. The ultimate endgame. Attack Vivian, attack Vivian, attack Garrick. I mean, we can, like, keep our stuff alive, I guess. I don't know how we ever win, though. I don't know what our, like, actual path to victory is. We're going to go into our turn with 2 Planeswalkers and not a chance to win. Yeah. Alright, we draw a Forest. Alright, we're just dead. Alright. Alright, tough game. Tough game. Call Scarab God combo. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, this cube needs Wasteland. That's what this cube needs. Alright. And pretty good. We can keep this. Connections into Rankle's pretty nice. We also got the Toski with the Moski. Shambling Ghast. Perhaps Shambling Ghast is a little too low impact, you know? Alright, Shamble Buddy, go get him. Braids Cabal Minion. That's what we need. That's what we need. Braids Cabal Minion. Rabbit Batter. Alright, we can beat a red deck. This is a snap block, right? We should guess left cast block marker on turn 2. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Obviously, block marker against the red deck might be a little sus, but that first activation, just like the treasure 3/2 draw card, is worth 6 life for sure. So then we can cast Rankle in theory also. So Danto Vanguard. Use Rankle and kill it probably. You pay 4 life for. Alright, so hit all 3. Ship it. No Fear Shakespeare. Draw Ravenous Squirrel. Pretty sure we just Rankle here. Both players sack. As far as what else do you want to do, though? I kind of want all my cards, honestly. I don't think discard's the way to go. It's probably just both players sack. I don't necessarily want to draw either, so... Let's they go. See if they can kill this or not. They can kill it. They have Lightning Strike, sure. But that takes their entire turn. Nope, they have Bodyguard too. Sure. I'm just going full Monty again, so draw Once Upon a Time. It's an awkward draw. The Hourglass Coven. Alright. pretty sure we just set up for Coven next turn. Play once upon a time, find a land. Ooh. We only sort of found a land. Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's... I want to kill this. I don't think I want to. Can we just block it? Just like play squirrel and say go, I guess. If we got to block, we'll block. I'm not super scared of a 2-1, so we are at 8. The black market is obviously our... Oh, that's terrifying. Okay. Sure. We have the thirst to really mop things up. We have the Vivian also, I guess, but that's kind of scary. We just get the Toski here too. This is pretty good. So let's untap. We draw land. I don't know if I want to do anything here. I'm just gonna stay. But I have to choose one? Choose one or more? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I thought you could choose nothing. Alright, well, I guess we'll lose a life. We're so getting burned out here. It's not even funny. I did not realize that. I did not know how this card worked. I thought it was just choose any number. Alright. I mean... I guess we could actually... Maybe we just Hourglass Coven and Blood Chief's Thirst and just try and find the life gainy effects on Hourglass Coven. Let's do that. Play Hourglass Coven. Grows our squirrel too, which is kind of cool. And we're definitely just dying to a freaking whatever, Volcanic Hammer, whatever card. Here's the Coven. You lose to a second permanent. Mega Skeleton or Menace. I guess Menace is not bad. We're taking for a lot here. It's kind of like pretty bad spread, but... And then lose to gain 2. So we definitely desperately want that one. Kill this. Like, we kill them next turn. I think they basically just have to have a hasted flyer or a burn spell to kill us. We die to literally anything. I'm gonna set my things to not auto order because I want to be able to gain the life, then have connections go off so we don't die to a shock. Yeah, this is 3, 6, 9, 12, and 14. This is 16 damage and there are 10. So it's got to be a burn. It's got to be a 3 damage burn spell. Don't do it, opponent. I don't you slow roll me. Don't you dare.
Look how they mess with my boy.
Alright. If you watch Bronson Mythic today, I also get spectacularly slow rolled there too. Go watch that on the Bronson Mythic channel. Alright, we probably could have paid 1 less life, I guess, maybe. That does suck. We had that game totally in control. I just didn't know how the card worked, unfortunately. I thought I could stop at 4. I couldn't. Kind of stinks, honestly. Our deck was okay, but I think this was a pretty good look at how the format works, though. You really got to have the crazy top-end stuff, because the mid-rangey, like, mirror breakers are pretty ridiculous. So we didn't really have an answer to Scarab God or Coma, and apparently not Royal Eruption either. Volcanic Amber wins the day. So perhaps maybe a little too aggressive on black market connections that game. But what are you going to do? So, hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more Cube Drafts, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the usual crap. And hopefully we'll be back online soon. ISP guy was supposed to call me yesterday, so I'll go call him now, I guess. Alright? Love you all. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Unbelievable.